Rue?
I'm just happy to be here. That's it. I'm glad I'm here. I didn't realize I was going to be here, but I am. I usually like lower myself saying, why am I'm here because I won. I beat three people. Pretty good people. So I'm ready for this.
Very good people. You earned it, man. You earned your spot here.
I have to take that. I definitely have to take that. Kirk, I want to beat you, man. I hope I can. It is a tough mountain to climb for that, but I'm ready for it. I've gotten luck, I've gotten skill, I've got my opportunity. I will hopefully let those things beat and continue on to this number one contenders match. And Ethan, you are here with both of us, as you should. So
I'm here with both of you, and I think that it's going to be a hard match for both of you because you're both great players, and I'm glad that I no longer have to say, Rue's coming up, he's going to show everyone how good he is, because you've already done that. So now I get to just sit back and watch you guys play, and I'm excited for it. It's going to be great.
All right. Ready to go.
Let's do it.
Ethan, it's you again.
It's me again. People are going to be seeing a lot of me today. And
because, I mean, you managed me and Rue, and you managed the two other guys on the other side playing for the number one contender spot.
Yep.
And you managed a champion.
Yeah. So I get to kind of just ride whatever wave is going through this tournament.
So no matter what happens, in this season, the belt's going to be the family. So it's going to be, it's going to be sitting on our mantle. I'm happy with that.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm so excited to play Rue. You'll be hard pressed to find a bigger Rue Moses fan in this community than me. I've been a fan of the guy since day one. I love watching him play. I love his energy. He's fun to hang out to talk to be around. When it came time to expand Club Dread, who was the first guy I said I wanted.
Yeah, he was up there. We were like, we got to get Rue.
I said I want Rue. And I'm so proud of him for making it to this point. I kind of hate the fact that now it's on me to try and stop his run. But that's how it goes when you surround yourself with good players. You end up playing each other for high stakes games. I've had 2 chances now to get that number one contender spot. I've been successful both times in getting the spot. The championship games have not gone my way, but it's time for Sisyphus to start rolling the boulder back up the hill. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Like I said to Rue, same thing. I mean, you're Kirk. Everyone knows how good you are. But Rue is coming up. He's new. You're both going to have a really great match, and I'm just very excited to watch you, someone I've known for a long time, Rue, someone I've known for a long time, but you've been playing longer, see what happens. It's going to be great.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Welcome, everybody, to a brand new episode of Full Metal Trivia Singles Division, and we are here with the number one contender spot on the line. To get to it, they got to get through each other. My name is Sandy the Sandman Robinson. I cannot do this alone, and I am ever so pleased to welcome back to the co-hosting chair my best friend, undefeated retired champion from Full Metal Trivia. He is one of the writers for the Schmodown, my friend, Jeremy the Addams. Hey, buddy.
Hey, thank you so much for the great introduction, Sandy. It's awesome. It's awesome to be back hosting a match, and particularly one of the big matches of the year. It's they've fought hard. We've had a lot of great players fighting it out to try to get here, and 2 of our best and our brightest are here, and I'm so excited that I could be here today because this is going to be amazing.
So once again, having you with me, it's great because you know exactly how to set me up for the segue. You're 100% right. We got Kirk Kowalkowski, who's been here before. He's gotten into 2 number one contender matches. He's faced you once, and he faced Joseph for the second time for the vacant title that you vacated. And he's come up short both times. And not particularly showed extraordinarily well in both matches, and I'm sure that's something that just chews at him every time. But that's going to give him I think a lot of momentum or drive to want to get back there again to rectify that situation. But he's got a tough challenge here. Amaru he's no joke. Everybody used to think of him as just this geek player, but 3 straight wins and against not to pat myself on the head, but 3 pretty decent opponents. And, to be 3-0 in the singles league, I mean, that's not an easy thing to have happen, especially early in your career. So for me, it's all going to matter on, I know they did the round 3 studying. I know they did. because they are good studiers, and Ethan, both of these guys as managers, cracks that whip on them. So I know they went through these movies. They're going to know their general trivia too. Both of them have great round ones. I think this match is going to completely rest on round 2 in the wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it could be that one question that determines the match when you have guys of this caliber. And, you know, I just want to say, you know, my last match in Full Metal before I retired was against Kirk. And, you know, it was a good match for me to go out on. It wasn't Kirk, you know, didn't have a good night, but I knew in that match, and I've known on every match he's ever played, what a tremendous player he is. And we all have those nights, and we'll see. I think tonight, you know, we may see a different Kirk. He's a great player, and he's been gearing up for this. But like you said, you know, you've got a younger, hungrier player with the real momentum on his side with Amaru. And, you know, I remember seeing him debut playing back in Full Metal Classic. And, you know, I knew, you know, from early on, this guy had tremendous potential. So it's going to be exciting to see somebody who I've known, you know, seen in a lot of these matches for a long time going up against somebody who's, you know, I've known and had potential, but now has got that shot. You know, is this could be a big story either way, and I'm really excited to see what happens with these two guys. And you know, it's a good night to be Ethan, that's for sure.
It is. Like, in all honesty, this is the second match of 2 matches to get the 2 competitors that are going to go against each other for that number 1 contendership. And we had the first one, and guess what? It was Ethan's boys there too, and it's Ethan's boys this one. So Ethan's coming up a winner every single time because he also manages the tag champions and the champion. So, I mean, when I say Ethan, manager of the decade, there's no doubt in my mind that's true. Hard to argue that one. But what do we say? We get these guys in here and start answering some questions. All right. Introducing first, with a record of 8 wins and 2 losses. He has a strength of, directed by George A. Romero, that zombified dude. He is Kirk the Consigliere Kowalkowski.
That's Pittsburgh's favorite son, George A. Romero.
And his opponent, coming in with a record of 3 wins, no defeats, with a strength of 20th century, written by a Wayans as his strength, which I find so amazing that I talk pretty much the rest of this entire thing on there, but we're going to get him in here right now. He is Amaru Moses.
I'm going to date this video, but my football team just beat Pittsburgh, so I started off on a win. Let's go.
Congrats.
All right, guys. I'm just going to do one thing, and then we're going to go right to it.
Okay.
All right, guys. You guys know the rules that I want to see from you guys. Hands on screen at all times. If you have a challenge, please make sure that you know exactly what the challenges be. Be as specific and direct as you can, or else it will be declined. You guys have 3 repeats, 1 challenge throughout the match. Use it well. Jeremy, can you read the very simple rules to round number 1, please?
Absolutely. As I think these guys know, each competitor gets 8 questions from 8 different categories. For each question, they get 15 seconds to write an answer down. After time is up, competitors will show and say what they wrote. Correct answer is worth 1 point. If a competitor answers all 8 questions correctly, they will receive a bonus question.
Absolutely. And as decided by me just 6 seconds ago, I will read the first question. You can do the evens. All right, guys. Good luck. Stakes are high. Have a great match. And as always, have fun. Your first question is in the category of animation. In what 2010's animated film does Zendaya voice the character Michi? Michi. I just like saying Michi.
Was that person in Cocoon? Oh, wait, that's Don Amici. Sorry.
Don Amici. That's right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kirk, we are going to start with you.
No blank boards. I said trolls.
And Amaru.
Smallfoot.
Smallfoot is the correct answer. Rue takes an early lead, but it is very early. Hit him with 2, Jer.
All right, guys. Your second question is in the category of comedy, and it is, in what U.S. city does the film Splash take place? Bringing up some Team 80s vibes with this one.
Yeah. This is a great movie. It's a great movie. All right, guys. I'm going to give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rue, we're starting with you.
Seattle.
And Kirk.
I know she's named after Madison Avenue, so I said New York.
New York is the correct answer, and we are tied going into this, one of my favorite categories of all time, sports. What professional sports league does Days of Thunder center around?
A little history. I saw this movie at a drive-in theater when I was 11.
Nice.
Good memories. Trying to remember what the other feature was. It was something good.
Any movie at the drive-in is awesome.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is no lie whatsoever. I swear to God, if I won the lottery, I would open up a drive-in. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Good time for it.
You got it. All right. We're going to start with Kirk. What'd you get?
NASCAR?
And Rue.
I also said NASCAR.
And you'd both be correct. I cannot believe that there were question marks at the end of your answer. And of course is the Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman awesomeness that is Days of Thunder. And don't forget Academy Award winner Robert Duvall. Sorry, I love Days of Thunder.
And the great Michael Rooker. All right, guys, you're still tied going into question number 4 in the category of actors and actresses. Name one of the 3 actresses who play the possible mother to Ryan Reynolds' character's daughter in the rom-com Definitely Maybe. I have to admit, I love this movie. I think it's way underrated.
Way underrated. I like it too. And nobody remembers how many rom-coms Ryan Reynolds did before he moved into action.
So many.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rue, what do you got?
Isla Fisher.
And Kirk.
Shot in the Dark, Anna Faris.
Ooh.
Isla Fisher is one of the 3, and Rue
the
takes
other,
the lead.
and the other 2 were Rachel Weisz and Elizabeth Banks.
You got it. All right, guys. Question number 5. Listen to this. Sci-fi fantasy. What does the BFG stand for in the BFG? I like the BFG.
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean,
there are probably some joke answers you could give here, but let's see if they can get the real one.
That's going to be the trick, right? Who's going to be able to hold it in? That's what it's going to be. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I bet you $100 every one of these competitors is given the right answer because nobody wants to make a joke answer with this on the line.
Yep.
Let's go to Kirk.
The big friendly giant.
And Rue.
Yes, the big friendly giant.
It is the big friendly giant. In my neck of the woods, the only big friendly giant is the friendly giant. That's
is that the guy from the cans, the vegetables?
No, that's the Jolly Green Giant. No. The friendly giant was this big, huge guy. He was like, he came on right after like Sesame Street or something, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, something there.
Canadian thing.
It's a Canadian thing.
Right.
Exactly.
Speaking of countries that aren't the U.S., our next category is non-U.S. films. And your question is, what musical instrument does Diego play in the 2008 Japanese film Departures? It's a contenders match. We're gonna make them work for it. That's a deep one.
Yeah. I don't even have anything to say because I've never seen it, and anything I could say could give away the answer. So
I have heard of it. If that counts for anything.
well, now I don't feel that bad because if you haven't seen it, I haven't seen it, then I'm okay. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Rue, what do you got?
I have not heard of this, but I went to cello.
And Kirk.
I went close. I said violin.
Oh.
Oh. And it is cello is the correct answer.
What?
Cello. I can't believe that Amaru pulled that out of his hat.
Wow.
That's great. That was
and
absolutely
Kirk
great.
was so close. Too.
So
That's
close
crazy.
with another string. That's great. All right, guys. In one of my least favorite categories of all time, the category for question number 7 is horror/thriller. If I had time, I would tell you a story about freaking Hellraiser 2, but it's not going to be fun. How many films in the Hellraiser franchise were theatrically released? I will give you 20 seconds. Okay, I'm going to give you the story because it's 20 seconds.
Yeah.
We went on a band trip when I was in high school, and we got billeted out, and we went and had dinner, and they made this really nice roast ham, but it had that big slab of like fat on it. And just as I was digging into my piece of fat, the guy's freaking box came out and started ripping his skin off and pulling it off. It was just the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Oh, that second movie.
4, 3, 2. Couldn't eat ham for the longest time. 1, pens down. Kirk, what'd you get?
I said 5.
And Rue.
I went with the stock answer of 3.
Oh,
Wow.
they Brooklyned it.
They just
I had
Brooklyned
4 written down. I changed it.
It was 4. 4 is the correct answer. You guys paddy wagging it on each side. There we go. We're going to get to our final question. Right. Jeremy, hit him.
All right, guys. Your final question is in the category of plot summary. Name of the following film. I'm tempted to do the Sandy thing. When a World War II veteran returns home from the war, he has problems adjusting until he meets a charismatic author who is also the leader of a faith-based organization.
There we did. I did the lip sync.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay, gonna give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down.
Give it to me.
Yeah, no, it's Kirk. Kirk.
I almost blanked on it. The Master.
And Amaru.
I said Dead Presidents. I know that's true.
The Master is the correct answer. All right, round 1 is done. We did not have any perfect rounds, so we're going to do a quick break to calculate some scores, and we're going to be right back with round number 2. All right, guys, we are back, and after that score calculation, we have a very close match, only differentiated by 1 point, and that is Amaru is in the lead, 5 to Kirk's 4. As we go into round number 2, this is going to be awesome. I got the wheel. Amaru, you're in the lead. You want to go first or second?
I feel like we want to go second, right?
Yeah, for this wheel, yeah. I'd want to go second for this.
Okay, so you want to go second. So that means Kirk is going to go first. Kirk, what color would you like?
I'll take red.
Red. Jeremy, while I'm writing this down, would you be able to read the rules to round number 2, please?
Absolutely. Round 2 works as following. The leading competitor will decide to go first or second. The player going first will bet on either red or black. The wheel will be spun and will land on either a category or a color. If a color is spun, the competitor with the corresponding color will choose a category for themselves or their opponent. If a category is spun, the competitor can choose to take it or respin. If they respin, they will have to stick with whatever category the wheel lands on. From the category, the competitor will receive 4 questions worth 2 points each. Multiple choices available, reducing the point value to 1 point. Opponents can steal the points available if the question is answered incorrectly.
And the categories that were given to the competitors just before the match are directors, Regina King movies, crime, musicals, Are You For Real, mockumentaries, westerns, stoner comedies, dude, drama, 2007 films, my third favorite actor of all time, Paul Newman, and the strength categories of directed by George A. Romero for Kirk and 20th Century written by a Wayans, Rue's strength and the red and black already. We've already gone through that. Kirk, you're up to go here. I'm putting this to start on your color. As you can finally see, are you ready for your first spin?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. And it's spinning. What's it going to land on? Good, bad. Oh. Okay, that I believe is 20th Century written by a Wayne.
Oh.
I believe we're going to be respinning that one, Kirk.
There's things on the wheel I like less.
It's true.
But yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for it. I'll spin.
Okay.
I think it's
All
better
right.
safe.
And whatever you land on is what's coming. Oh.
Stop. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh.
All right.
That's good for us.
Crime.
You got this, Kirk.
You want to handle these questions?
I will. I will go ahead for my old opponent, Kirk. I will handle your questions in the category of crime.
All right.
Your first question. Danny Ocean. Whoa, what was that? Oh, yeah.
My bad.
Bye to Ethan. All right. Danny Ocean and his crew are planning to steal how much money in 2001's Ocean's 11?
Jeez. Give me multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, 100 million, B, 150 million, C, 200 million, or D, 250 million?
I'll say 200 million.
That is incorrect. So for the steal, Amaru, again, the multiple choice options were A, 100 million, B, 150 million, C, 200 million, or D, 250 million.
Sorry, can you give me those options again, please?
Yes. Is it A, 100 million, B, 150 million, C, 200 million, or D, 250 million?
150 million.
That is correct for one point steal there. All right. Your second question, Kirk. In the film Den of Thieves, who plays Donnie, a bartender and the crew's getaway driver?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, 50 Cent, B, Jason Mitchell, C, Aldous Hodge, or D, O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
B.
That is incorrect. The multiple choice for the steal for Amaru. Is it A, 50 Cent, B, Jason Mitchell, C, Aldous Hodge, or D, O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
O'Shea Jackson Jr.
That is correct for another 1 point steal. Going on to question number 3. In Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Lawrence has a rival con artist that goes by what code name?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, the Viper, B, the Wolf, C, the Jackal, or D, the Wasp?
Say the Wasp.
That is incorrect. For the steal, is it A, the Viper, B, the Wolf, C, the Jackal, or D, the Wasp?
The Jackal.
That is correct for a 1 point steal. And your final question, Kirk. The film American Hustle primarily takes place in which eastern U.S. state?
New Jersey.
That is correct for 2 points. Gets on the board.
Big points for there. All right. That was a tough round for Kirk, but we are going to bring Ethan back in again. And we're going to go into Rue. Rue, I am moving this over to your color. It is on black. Are you ready for your spin?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, here it is. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Directors.
Ugh. There are things I do not want on this wheel. It's like there's things I don't want on this wheel, but I know if I miss director, she's taking them. I've been working on it, but it hasn't been great. I am not positive on what to do right now. Oh man,
it's tough. Like you said, there's harder stuff. There's also better stuff, but
I think maybe with where I'm at, I can possibly take the risk, go multiple choice, hopefully not get too many steals, get as many as I can. Because there are definitely things I do not want.
Okay. I think if you feel like that's the move, then
yeah. If you how's that sound to you?
I mean, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to like have any kind of bias, but I do think for you, point wise, you could probably multiple your way through it, based on where you're at right now.
Yeah, let's. I'm going to take it and not risk it. I'll go ahead with it.
Directors. All right, I will proc these questions to you. If I can find them.
Off the top.
I was going the wrong way. All right, here we go. Take Ethan out. Thank you. All right, Amaru, your first question in directors. Who directed Joan Crawford to her only Oscar win for Best Actress in 1946's Mildred Pierce? I'd had this in 10 seconds.
Multiple choice.
All right. Multiple choice. Options are A, George Cukor. B, Michael Curtis. C, Howard Hawks. D, Victor Fleming. Five, four,
Howard Hawks.
3. That is unfortunately incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. I will give you your options again. It's A, George Cukor. B, Michael Curtis. C, Howard Hawks. Or D, Victor Fleming.
The first thing that came to me when you asked the question was A, so I'm going to say A.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Michael Curtis.
Director of Casablanca.
Yep. All right, question number 2. Who directed both live-action Addams Family films?
That'd be the theatrically released ones.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Barry Sonnenfeld. B, John Landis. C, Tim Burton. Or D, Chris Columbus.
You had to do that. I'm gonna go A.
And that is a good choice because that is correct. Barry Sonnenfeld is the correct answer for 1 point. All right, question number 3 as we go through this category of directors. Alfonso Cuarón directed a modern adaptation of which Charles Dickens novel in 1988?
98. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
1998.
My bad. My eyes are getting bad because I'm old.
That's okay. That's okay.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, A Tale of Two Cities, B, David Copperfield, C, Great Expectations, or D, Oliver Twist. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Great Expectations.
Correct for 1 point. And your final question in directors. Who directed the original Barbershop?
Oh.
4, 3.
Yeah, give me multiple choice.
Okay.
That one.
Your multiple choice options are A, Malcolm D. Lee, B, F. Gary Gray, C, Kevin Rodney Sullivan, or D, Tim Story.
Oh.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Tim Story.
Correct for 1.
Ah. Damn it.
Oh, giving me a heart attack over here. All right, guys. We are done with round number 2. We're going to calculate these scores and find out who's got the advantage going into round number 3. We'll be right back after this. All right, guys, we are back. And after that score calculation with the steals and the multiple choices that were going on, we have Amaru maintaining his lead. But it is now 11 to Kirk's 6. So Kirk will be going first in round number 3. Jeremy, hit him with the rules, please.
All right, guys. Round number 3 works like this. There will be 1 question worth 2 points and 2 questions worth 4 points each. There's no multiple choice available, but also no stealing in this round. A wheel will be spun to determine the movie for each question. Players will have the option to respin only 1 time in round 3, so they'll have to choose wisely. If a movie has no questions remaining for a respective point value and a player lands on it, they'll get a technical respin. The player behind will start answering questions first. Once that player ties or moves ahead of their opponent, the other player will get their first question. On the first 4-point spin for a player, the first 4-point question will be asked. On the second 4-point question for the same player, the second 4-point question will also be asked. Unless the same movie gets spun for both players for spin, in which case they will both be asked. Each player will go back and forth answering their questions until a player is mathematically eliminated. You want me to tell the movies in this round tonight, Sandy, that were chosen?
Absolutely.
All right. So the movies that these guys have been hard at work studying for tonight are Bad Boys. I'm assuming that's the 95 Bad Boys. Babe Pig in the City, Scream 4, West Side Story, What We Do in the Shadows, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, and Blue Velvet.
Thought that was going to take longer. Sorry for chewing. It's my bad. Sometimes you just can't go without a pepperoni stick.
I try to get through things quickly. Sorry, my friend.
I appreciate that. No. All right, guys. So that's what this means. I've got the wheel spinning, apparently. So I'm just giving it a random spin. And Kirk, you're going to be up first for your 2-pointer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And your first spin is in. Blue Velvet.
Take it.
I think you're sticking with that one.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to keep reading for Kirk there, Sandy?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Kirk, your first, your 2-pointer in the film Blue Velvet is: which actor plays Jeffrey?
Kyle MacLachlan.
That is correct for 2 points.
2 points. There we go. All right. Bringing Ethan back in.
Good job, Kirk.
Ready for your first 4-point question spin.
Yep.
Bad boys. What you gonna do, Kirk?
This is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, you got the respin. I feel like we went into this, you were thinking maybe this was like one of the lesser ones. So,
Yeah.
Maybe best to respin.
Yeah, we'll respin
all the other ones.
We'll use it now.
Okay.
What we do in the shadows.
All
right. Your first 4-point question, and it is in What We Do in the Shadows, Kirk. What does Nick eat that gets him sick?
Chips.
That is correct.
4
That is the correct way to say it, although we would call them French fries across the pond.
And with that answer, Kirk pulls into the lead. This is no KO, no TKO at all. We're going to go to Rue for his first of his 2-point.
All right.
The only 2-point question. Are you ready to go? The only one you cannot get is Blue Velvet.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go.
And Rue, I hope you know I was managing Kirk for his points. I'm managing you now. You got this,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Scream 4.
I'll take it.
Okay, let's do it, man.
Yep, I'll take it.
You got this. Big cast, but you got it.
All right, let me just go and find Scream 4. Didn't think those words would ever come out of my mouth, ever. All right. Who plays Kirby Reed?
However you pronounce it. Hayden Panettiere. Panettiere. Or Hayden Panettiere.
That is correct for 2 points.
I think we can accept any of those pronunciations.
Any of those pronunciations is going to be fine.
Especially with how much we've brutally mispronounced your name. I think that's fair.
So that brings Rue back into the lead. Kirk, you have 1 4-point question left. If you hit, it goes back to Rue, which he will have to answer his next question in order to win the game. But if you miss it, Amaru will win and move on. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, he's ready. Sandy is out of focus.
Oh. Somehow your entire screen is out of focus. I don't know how that happened.
Is that Ghost Protocol? Sure.
I know it. I know what it is.
There you go.
It's What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, so we do the shadows again. All right.
I'll take it.
You got this, Kirk.
All right.
Clean up on it. Let's do it.
All right, your second 4-pointer in What We Do in the Shadows, Kirk. Aside from being banished from the flat, what is the name of the other punishment that Nick must face after the flat trial?
The Procession of Shame.
For 4 points.
And the lead.
He got it.
There we go. All right, 12, and that means you're at 16. Maru's at 13. It all comes down to this, folks. What a match. What a match. Amaru, your first 4-point question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh,
not that one.
Respin.
What we do in the shadows. Free respin.
You know, free respin.
That's one of those nights.
Stop it.
Your phone Your phone hates us tonight, Sandy.
All right, just give me that. All right, here we go. All right, I gave it a beast mode spin right there. So
he hulked it. It's got to work this time.
Right. Get out of there. All right, good. West Side Story.
You got the respin if you don't feel good about it.
You do.
I don't mind it. And it's not the worst. It's not any of the best, but it's not the worst.
Well, you have to hit one of them. So you know.
I think I'd rather if I need it, I think I'd rather have the respin on the next one. So,
right, like if you miss this one, yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right. 4-point question in West Side Story is what? What comic is Baby John reading before the Jets meet up after the dance and sing G Officer Krupke?
Repeat the question, please.
First one. What comic is Baby John reading before the Jets meet up after the dance and sing G Officer Krupke?
Captain Marvel.
And your winner, Amaru Moses. Captain Marvel is the correct answer. Holy crapper. That was a fantastic match. Incredible. All the way down to the thing. We are going to come back with our winner right now. But first, we are going to speak with our unfortunate second place finisher, Kirk. Kirk, I mean, you played a good match. And like I said in the beginning, I thought it was going to come down to round number 2 and the luck of the wheel. And your round 2 just, I hate to say it, but it did you in this time. How do you feel about your match today? I know you're not happy. I know you're not happy to move on, but you still played a great match.
Yeah. Couple of things in round 1 could have went different. In round 2, I mean, that was one of the safe spots I felt on the wheel. When you haven't seen 2 out of 4 movies, I'm usually pretty good at crime. But, I mean, I guess certain things, people's idea of crime is different. Yeah, I'm happy for Rue. He earned it. And again, I knew all the director's questions he gets right on. I knew the one he missed, I missed. So I was hoping for a little chance to catch up there. Happy for Rue. I'll be happier in the days and weeks to come. But I'm glad he's moving on. I'm glad to see what he does next, and I'll be rooting for him. I hope you're ready for the next one.
Absolutely, you guys have formed such a tight, close-knit group, a team. You guys help each other and train. Even if you're facing each other, you guys are still such a great team. I mean, your record is still absolutely stellar.
It's incredible. I mean, 8-3 is
nutsoid. So once again, like I said to you before the match even started, you're up here. You, of all the competitors that play, you're up there. You're always going to be that guy. So this match, as much as it stings right now, you know what? Next season, you're going to come back and dominate. It's not going to be a tournament next year. It's going to be singles matches. So you're going to get to face some new people, hopefully. But Jeremy, did you have anything to want to add about this match in particular?
Yeah, I just want to say, Kirk, I've been in those matches where you got a really bad round 2 and you start getting in your head and things aren't going your way. And I think those are the most important moments for a player where it's like, are you just going to fold and let it all get to you? Or are you going to keep your head in the game? And you did that. And I think that's what the best players do. You killed that round 3. You didn't let any of it get to you. And, if Amaru got a different question in round 3, anything could have happened there. And you just showed what a great player you are. Despite the things that didn't go your way, I'm always impressed with you, and I just hope that you can keep that perspective and just really have that fire going into the next season.
No, I appreciate both you guys. I appreciate those are kind words from you. And the nice thing about losing a spot like this is you get a little time off. You get a chance to breathe. I got plans for what I'm going to prepare for next season. Where I want to improve, where I want to get new strength sets. So, yeah, I mean, like Sandy said, I'll be at the top of the heap when it comes back. So, play who I have to play. And, again, this was probably going to be a shorter route that I would have had to take next season. So I was hoping this one would have worked out. But like I said, Sisyphus rolling the ball up the hill. I'm too stupid to quit. So we'll be back here next year.
Well, listen, stupid has nothing to do with it. It's called persistence. And that's what you have. And it's one of the things that every competitor in this league and every other league should look up to, because your dedication to this game is heads and tails above most people. So congratulations to get to this point, to be the player that you are. But we are going to see you next year. Ethan, what do you got to say about your dude there?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, when we have two people from my faction playing each other, you kind of know the outcome going into round 3, because I knew Kirk was getting 10 points. I knew Amaru was getting 10 points. The only regret I have is that, like, the one of the two strengths that we thought we had on there for Kirk was it was a tough one. And I think that, it's bittersweet, because obviously I'm thrilled for Amaru, but I feel bad for Kirk, because he was so ready for this match. He was so, he played really well. And he got a good category for him with some really tough questions. And I know he's going to beat himself up about it, but you really shouldn't, Kirk, because that round 2 is what swung it, and it was tough, But like you said, Amaru's, we're going to be happy for him.
Good for him. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm bummed now, but wake up tomorrow. I'm going to be so excited for Amaru moving on. And again, he's going to be playing another one of our guys. So again, it's going to be tough. But you root for the guy that beat you, especially with somebody in your own house. And like I said, I'm a huge Amaru fan, always have been, and I'm really excited. I want to see him take that title.
Yeah, and like you guys said, Kirk's record is still incredible. So it's like next season is a new thing. We're just going to come back in and keep playing,
There aren't many people, and I've said this before, there aren't many people that have that many wins in this league. One of the only other ones is right below me on this screen. So that's pretty damn good company to keep yourself in. Kirk, it's always a pleasure to have you. Ethan, you're not going to go anywhere. So, I mean, you're still here. But
I'll see you in 30 seconds.
Have a merry, happy Christmas of all things.
Same to you guys.
I know that the world is shit right now, but you know what? There's a guy in Canada that's thinking about all of you guys. So
have a happy non-diehard Christmas, Chris.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we will see you in a bit. We are going to bring in our winner. It is Amaru Moses. Oh. What in the absolute fuck, dude? Holy shit. Are you just the man right now? I mean, what the hell? 4-0.
Okay,
like,
you literally froze right before you said. That's what I saw right now. That's how ridiculous this is right now.
Right?
First and foremost, Kirk is amazing as a competitor, as a guy. He literally has gone through directors with me, and like if he hadn't done that, I wouldn't have had like the confidence that I do now to just fight through directors. There's a point in time directors was not a thing for me. In addition, I'm really enjoying this because sorry, Kurt. That first classic match Jeremy is talking about, the guys I went into who were 1, 2, and 3 in that match was me, Ethan, and Kirk. Like the very first match I played in this entire family, it was me, Ethan, and Kirk.
Wow,
so it's really cool to be here with them two doing this. Again, I will get less and less and less self-deprecating and more friendly and cocky. I don't care how you call it. But I like from first question, I felt good. Even the splash question I missed, I had New York City in the back of my head too. And when I missed that, I was like, all right, cool. And I just felt good the rest of the way going. And I kind of felt from the beginning it was my match. And I'm glad it played out that way.
Well, let me tell you this, and you can take it to the bank because everybody else is going to take it to the bank. There is absolutely no need for you to be self-deprecating anymore. You're one of the few people that has ever gone 4-0 to start their career in Full Metal.
Yeah.
You've beaten, once again, not to pat myself on the head, but, you've beaten some good players, and to take Kirk out, who's been in the title match twice. Stop it. You're good.
I did not start 4-0. I can tell you that. That is a heck of an accomplishment.
I will take it.
Yeah, it's I couldn't be prouder because, like I said, I was I the host for your first match in Classic?
I don't 100% remember.
I'm pretty sure. I think I was you and I. I'm pretty sure I was on there. That was back in my writing. That was in my writing days for sure.
Yeah. So Kirk said it was. So I'm telling you, I couldn't be prouder. To see somebody, of where you came from to begin and to where you are now. Everybody in every league should be frightened. They should just be frightened, and that's from me, a former champion. And I know your manager, and I know Kirk is going to do the same thing. People should be afraid because you are scary, secret awesome. And everybody's going to sleep on you, and they're going to say, that's just Rue. He's just a fun-loving guy. And then you're going to kick their ass all over the place. So stop self-deprecating. You're the man. And you're going up against, do you know who you're going up against? Or should I tell you?
Of course I do. Of course I know.
You're going up. You're going up again. One half of the tag team champions of Full Metal, the tag team member of the champion, Joseph Olivas, Brian, the McGuffin Michaels. He's all yours in the next match. How are you thinking about going into that match, and what do you expect from Brian?
It's the same I expected from Kirk. It's going to be a hell of a match. I need to feel as good and do as well as I did today. And I, as long as I can do that, I went into this one saying, don't beat Kirk, just play well. And it worked out. So I'm going in the same thing. Don't worry about what Brian's doing. Just answer my questions. And if I do that, hopefully I will be seeing Joseph at. We'll see.
You got one more match to go, buddy. One more match to go, and then it's on to that championship. Listen, you got your work cut out for you. Brian's a hell of a player. You know this better than anybody. You guys are faction mates. And if you do get by Brian, you got Joseph. So I mean, I know you're going to put the work in. I know Ethan's going to crack that whip on you guys. Ethan, how are you going to prepare Rue for his next matches?
Well, I mean, first of all, I don't need to do much, prep for him. I mean, he I don't really do anything. He puts the work in himself. I know he's the guys in my faction. Like you've given me most of the credit for it, but I want to say like I don't have to do much because when we made the faction, we basically said what we have to do, and they all do it. They all do the work. Especially Kirk helps. Everyone helps study. Everyone does the studying, and like I said before, for Rue, I mean for Kirk, going into round 3, I knew they were both going to get 10, or probably both going to get 10. So it was really a matter of like how did round 2 go, and Rue, he pulled it out. I mean, he had a good round 1, he had a good round 2, and I mean round 3 he clinched it, and he's I like he said, we were playing in a classic match like a year and a half ago or whatever, and now like he's 4-0. He's playing for possibly playing for a championship soon. Like I'm like you said, Sandy, I'm super proud of him, and he's an awesome guy, and he deserves it, and I'm really happy about it.
It's always better, and I said this about Kirk, and I've said this about Brian, and I've said this about Joseph, I've said this about Jeremy, I've said this about all of the number 1 contenders and all of the champions and people who've played at champions. It's absolutely my pleasure to watch the nice people get the goods, and every single person that is vying for this championship in this round is a good person. And it's just, sorry, you know what, it's Christmas time and I get emotional with this shit, but you know what, I couldn't be prouder than everybody. And on that note, we're gonna say goodbye to Amaru. We're going to say goodbye to Ethan. Thank you guys for playing so much, and congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
And we will see you guys in the next match, especially Ethan.
See lots of me.
Jeremy, a hell of a match. Kirk did what he needed to do. He didn't have a particularly good round in round 2, but you know what? He came out. He knew his movies. He knew what he was good in. He respun when he needed to respin, and answered all of his questions. Got all 10 points and made Amaru work for it, which he did. He answered his first question. He saw his second question. He's like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll take this one." And you know what? I'm relatively familiar with it, but I've got another question, and I can respin on that one. And he ended up knowing it and put it away that way. Just a fantastic match between two fantastic people. Now you've got Brian versus Rue. Any predictions?
It's tough to bet against Brian. I think that he's been one of the best players for a long time, and I know he's only gotten better, the more that he's played over the last year. But, I mean, I was really impressed with what I saw from Rue tonight. I mean, when you look at his performance tonight, he pretty much had it all as a player. He had the knowledge, he had the strategy. I mean, I was second guessing a little bit when he picked directors in his round 2, because you never know how that can go. And he definitely knew what he was doing there. It was the right call. And then, I mean, he just has the personality, is just a charismatic guy. And I think all of that with the momentum that he's had is going to carry him. And it's Brian Michaels is a hard wall to climb, but with what I saw tonight, I think it could really go either way. And man, am I excited to see this one. So
I know, right? Listen, I love Brian. He's been a great champion in the tag division for us for 2 years now, undefeated. So they're awesome. And Brian is like Kirk. He's right here with the rest of the competitors in every single league. I'm gonna put myself 51-49 in Rue on this one. I think he's gonna finish off his year, and he's either gonna be 6-0 or 5-1, and either way, that's an unbelievable record to go into there. I think it's going to be a fantastic match that goes right down to the last question, because I think these two guys are gamers. Brian really wants to face his partner.
He sure does.
he does. So I think it's going to be great. But you know what? After this heck of a match, and after you being here with me again to host, I couldn't be happier for that. Thank you so much for doing that. I want to thank our fans out there. Please, always, we love you. We love that you watch our stuff, our content. Like, subscribe, comment, even if it's a negative. We take constructive criticism here. We always want to improve and make things better. Changes are coming to Full Metal Trivia for next season. Those will be more announced in the future. But for right now, for Jeremy, the Adams, for Sandy, the Sandman Robinson, for all of Full Metal Trivia, I want to thank all the people in the back: Andrew James Barr, Jeff Baryu, their writing teams, their editing teams, all of those guys doing a great job. We're going to get out of here right now. Have fun. Watch movies.